Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. What I wanted to do was talk about something that I actually shared at church, and I came to the conclusion about why some young people and some older people stray away from church. Now I have a better understanding why. Well, there was a church lesson yesterday regarding a church member. This was the story that I read in the church at our Sunday school about a woman who actually, I guess she was at church. She was at a church function, and the church function ran an hour over what she expected to run. And I guess her husband was also late coming home. So when she came home and her husband came home late, he fussed her out for 2 hours. And as he was fussing her out, the kids had got nervous and afraid and went downstairs. And when it was over, the son came back and asked the mom if he could actually go to church and pray with her. And she said yes. Said it was okay. So it brought to my attention about experience I had. Not quite like that experience per se. It was somewhat similar though. It was about 1979, 1980. Well, between 1979 and 1980. Well, really about 1979 and 1980. Well, anyway, I was 14 when I decided to what they at the time called born again. Right? Well, I was actually 15. Anyway, so I used to teach Sunday school as an assistant Sunday school teacher for my Sunday school teacher when she was out or absent. I was involved with the junior ushers, junior deacons, sang in the junior choir. I emceed a number of the programs at church. Something I did many years ago, and I know at the time, anyway. And I enjoyed it. I was very much involved. At the time, at the same time, I wasn't involved in a whole lot of other stuff. I'll get that in a moment. So anyway, my dad had found out I was singing in the choir. Alright, now this is where it compares with the story. And as the story goes with that, so is this. He kind of felt some kind of way about it. And he felt to a point where, how can I put it? Me singing in the choir wasn't good for me. He thought it was going to lead to me being an assistant. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. Be an assistant. And I thought that was kind of a harsh thing to say about a young man who wanted to get into different activities in his youth. And of course, you didn't want him doing much of anything else. You thought he'd be wasting his time doing sports, which I did play some sports, but I wasn't varsity. But it's kind of like, really, so I told that story in church yesterday, and I almost got a standing ovation. I was surprised, but I did get a round of applause for it because I tell the truth. I was telling from my heart. One thing I find out, when you tell things from your heart about you, people respect you more. At least they tend to have a more profound respect about you as a person. And that's basically what I did. And the story very much revolved around that. Where people try to influence you. Well, really, the other part of the story that I related to was the fact that the kids, had to be around that toxic environment. And I grew up around a similar toxic environment myself. You don't give kids those options, man. Kids tend to stray away from normal options and go other places. Thank God I didn't, and I did have a couple other options. But my thing was that when my dad said that, it kind of made me feel some kind of way too. Like, wow, I didn't belong. In a way, it kind of like drew me away from being social. I already wasn't playing sports all that much. I did like to draw, and hang out with my friends every now and then. But it kind of felt very restrictive. I was like, what do I go to church for if I can't get involved? And I kind of felt, I don't know. I thought to make a lack of a better word, I was kind of fucked up. Excuse my French. It was. Just sit there and tell your kid that. I mean, they don't tell him what he could have been. Now, I know some people are like, well, church is blah 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 blah. It was, it was used against black people during slavery. Well, a lot of things were used against black people during slavery. Even food was. But we took that religion and it made it stronger. As a people, it did. That's a known fact. And I'll be frank with you. I think for me personally, religion over the last several years is the reason that I stay focused and keep my sanity in place over the last 5-6 years. And I'm being totally honest about that. It has. I do get upset. I don't get upset as much as I used to. It kept me a lot more calmer, ration out more things more reasonably, stuff like that. I think in essence it made me a stronger person. But at the time, I kind of felt that my dad was a bad influence on me when he said that, And he gave me no options. That was the other thing. If you don't, you don't even, you can't sit there and make statements like that and don't give kids options. That's number one. Number two, you should make statements like that anyway. Because it was a false statement. And I had to tell that story. I felt good about telling that story because that's the way I felt. I felt I wasn't given any options. But yet you tell me I can't do it either. I think if anything, you should encourage your kids to get more active in certain things. Things kids should be active in. Nothing wrong with kids being active in church. You have to have the proper supervision with them. The proper supervision is required when they are active in church. Let's be real about that. so they don't fall prey to predators or anything like that. But what happened, he wasn't that involved, nor did he want to get involved with church like that. That's why he told me that, because he wanted me to get out. But I didn't want my son to feel restricted on things that he needed to be doing. A lot of things that my son got to do was things that I never got to do because my folks wasn't into getting that involved. And that's where it really came down to. My son was very active in sports from the time he was 6 years old right through college. Now he's bigger than me. And in a way, that's a good thing. I mean, he's more articulate about certain things. And he's a college graduate. So, because I got behind him. I believed in him. I might critique things here and there, but I believed in him. You have to encourage your kids, not discourage them. See, that's what happened with me growing up. I got discouraged on a lot of things. Especially when I was told I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. And that's a prime example of what I had to deal with. But I don't really want to go into that too much. What I want to say to you parents, especially you parents today, get your kids active in activities that's wholesome. Have some supervision with it, but get active with it. Don't discourage them. The last thing you need in 2017 is discourage your kids from being participants in positive activities. That's the last thing you want to do. The very last thing you want to do, period. You don't want to discourage your kids. That's it. Too many of us had back in that era did that. Well, I ain't gonna say too many. A number of our parents did that. They didn't learn how to get past what they dealt with growing up, and then they hand the same thing off to you, to your generation. I didn't want to do that to mine, and I did. I'm glad. So, if your kids want to play sports, and they're off, school time, and they don't have any homework, get involved with them. Don't discourage them. Encourage them. That's the thing like with Rip. My folks didn't encourage me about reading, so to speak. I was interested in reading on my own. That was the one thing my folks never discouraged me from. Was that. And if you're going to get any kids gifts this year, get them something on the educational side, man. I strongly encourage that. Especially for books. Matter of fact, I just got my goddaughter something over the weekend. My wife got... Man, shut the hell up. You fucking bitch. This is what I'm talking about. This fool gonna blow his horn at me and I'm still driving. How you gonna blow your horn at somebody, asshole? It's the car in front of me and you blowing your fucking horn. You dumbass. But see, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I got to start doing my podcast at the studio. Oh, that asshole was in a hurry. That's what happened. Whatever. You're not gonna make me do something I can't do. But anyway, well, like I was saying, get your kids the gift of reading, especially when they're very young. I mean, even if they don't quite know how to read yet, get the books, get the picture books for those kids under 3 that can't read yet, and say the words out as you're reading to them. That way they can identify. That's how they start reading early. Those are the kind of things we should be doing with our kids. Encourage them, not discourage them. Alright guys, this is DJ Wolf. That's all I gotta say.